this one a lot in our warm-up, so it'll be familiar to you, but it's your active dorsiflexion. So keeping your heel on the ground, this is the leg we're working on. Keep your heel on the ground. Make sure your second toe points straight to the wall. And then you're just going to bring that knee as far forward as you can without your heel lifting off. And we'll go kind of over your big toe. Bring the knee over your middle toe. Then bring the knee over your baby toe. So you're kind of getting 3 different angles. Big toe, middle toe, baby toe. And you'll probably just feel a little tightness down toward your Achilles. Elevated hip flexor stretch and reach. You'll line up at about 30 or 45 degree angle to the step, and then bring this foot straight up so your hips will go straight. This back leg will be in a little bit of internal rotation. And then for me, my left leg is down, so I'm going to reach straight up with my left arm and just over the top of my head. I don't want to do a great big side bend, just reaching sort of up over my head or over my opposite shoulder. And again, squeezing my bum cheeks together, trying to feel a stretch in the front of this hip. This is your seated glute stretch. So you're just going to cross one foot over at your knee and then bring your foot up like that, staying up nice and tall. And I feel a stretch here. So let me just show you from the side. I'm going to bring that foot up. If I feel a stretch there, that's fine. I'll stop there. If I'm not feeling a stretch, then I'll bring that foot even a little closer to me and try to sit up nice and tall. This is a figure 4 hip stretch. So you're going to lie on your side and bring this foot in front of your knee and just above your knee like that. And then roll onto your stomach. What you're trying to do is get this point on your hips down, ideally to touch the floor. So you'll kind of contract your bum a little bit, sort of gently push this down toward the floor, but it's going to take time. It's not something that anyone can just, push their hip bone down to touch the floor. And then you'll just rest like that. When you do the squat lateral, dumbbells are at your shoulders. If your shoulders are getting tired, you can bring them down into the middle. The big thing to remember is you're going to take a double hip width stance. You're going to shift your hips, shoulders, so they're in line with your knee and ankle, the side you're going to. If your stance is too wide, your hip and shoulder won't get over your ankle. If your stance is too narrow, your hips will get outside. Reach back with your rear end, keeping this foot flat on the ground. And the trailing leg nice and straight so that you get good stretch through that groin. When you do the side plank and rotate, the hand that's coming over is always going to go underneath, and everything is going to rotate together. So we don't want your shoulders leading your hips or your hips leading your shoulders, which would look like a twist through your torso. We want it all to move together. We're going to do a single leg glute bridge, and then we're going to make circles with our other leg, trying not to let our hips tilt. And make sure you go opposite directions or alternate directions with your circles, because it will make a difference to how the forces are applied to your torso, to your core. So you do your lateral hop and stick for the 2 count. All the 2 count means is that you're going to hop over and back and then stick it on that second landing. So this would be a 1 count. You're going to do a 2 count. Over, back, but then stick it. Over, back. And I'm trying to get off that outside leg nice and quickly and explosively, but make sure that each time you hop, you get a good knee bend and good extension through your hip. So sometimes people may get pretty straight-legged and just kind of bounce back and forth. I want it to be a nice, powerful leg drive. Hand walkout is one of the best core stabilization exercises you can do, but we're going to add in a little push-up to start and finish. So walking your hands out, trying not to let your hips wiggle, going nice and slowly punctuating it with a push-up at the start of each rep.